Welcome to the series where I test out money-making methods from the OSRS Wiki. Feel free to leave suggestions on which moneymaker you'd like to see next. And also, if you didn't already know, I have a nice playlist that I've created that has all of the previous moneymakers that I've already tried, so go ahead and check it out if you haven't already. With that being said, let's get into the video. So for today's video, I decided to go ahead and do one of my all-time favorite skills in this wonderful game that we play, and that is agility. And if you couldn't tell, that was very serious sarcasm. But still, I thought we'd go ahead and give it a shot, since agility is a skill that we all have to eventually train for whatever reason, whether it's maxing or quest requirements. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. This is going to be the Ardougne course. Ardougne? Not sure how you pronounce that. I think it's Ardougne. Anyways, it's going to be for this course, and basically the moneymaker is going to be selling off the marks of grace that we get from doing laps here. And before we jump into it, it is important to note that I do have the Ardougne Elite Diary done, which means that we get 25% more marks of grace from these rooftops. Now, this is also one of those moneymakers that isn't on the wiki, but I think it should be, especially when you consider that there are some pretty silly ones on there that don't get you nearly as much money as this. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be crazy money, but definitely better than some of the options on there. Now, it's also going to be kind of an odd moneymaker because we are going to be spending the marks of grace on amulets packs, and you can only buy one for 10 marks of grace each, so we'll just have to calculate how much money we'll make if we were to sell each mark of grace individually. Now, as for the gear setup, it's very self-explanatory. You want to be as light as possible, but now that I think about it, I could probably get away with not wearing anything while doing this course, because there is some sort of, I guess, energy restoration that you get between obstacles, so you never actually run out of stamina here, so no need for any energy potions or stamina potions. But yes, I am wearing the graceful outfit. And if you haven't already seen it, with the latest update, there is a nice little set bonus tab that you can look at to see what you're getting. And if you want to make a little bit more money and get some magic XP while doing agility, you can also wear a, any staff that gives you unlimited fire runes, and of course bring the nature runes to high alch any item of your choosing. You can also do this with fletching. You can make darts while you're running the course, but for this moneymaker, we're just going to be doing the agility by itself. And here we are in Ardougne, and this is where we will be running the course for 1 hour, a course that I am all too familiar with on my grind to 99. I'm sure I've said it before, but I will say it again. I think agility was my least favorite skill. I actually enjoyed runecrafting more than agility, but for me, just mindlessly clicking here was, I don't know what it was. I didn't react well to it. I was very bored whenever I did it. I mean, I got to watch, shows in the background while doing this, but it was still a pretty painful skill for me to get to 99. Now, this was, of course, before the Hallowed Sepulchre came out, so, I mean, if that was out before I had 99 agility, I would have probably done that, because I'm sure that that's more money than this. But since that wasn't out, I pretty much did this course from 90 to 99. Or actually, now that I think about it, I think I started this course like at 87, 88, because I remember I did use Summer Pies for quite some time. Even after getting 90, I believe I used it to boost up a little more so that I would have a smaller chance of failing each obstacle. And that's a very important thing to note, that the final profit at the end is going to be based off of not failing the course a single time. So if you have under, I believe it's 96 agility, you can still fail the course, which means that you'll get less laps per hour. Now, currently I have the agility plugin in RuneLight active. So in the top left, it shows you the total laps that I've done, the laps until the goal, and the laps per hour. It is also responsible for showing me the nice little areas to click in to go to the next area, which before this, I mean, you kind of get used to it, you kind of know where to click, but those boxes really help out. And I'd like to think that that's what makes this so chill. I mean, it's still very boring, but at least, it's not, click intensive, and you can pretty much watch whatever you want on the side. And after some time, you do get used to the clicks, and you become a master of just not even looking at the screen while you're clicking. So yeah, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And if you haven't noticed already, I am letting the marks of grace sit there on the ground. This course is unique because all of the Marks of Grace spawn in one location, so they don't actually ever despawn as long as you're here at the course. Every time a new Mark of Grace is dropped in that same location, it resets the timer on the entire stack, so you can pretty much leave them there for as long as you want. Just make sure you don't leave the course before grabbing those Marks of Grace. I normally wouldn't let the stack get that big on my grind to 99 for fear of losing connection and then missing out on all of that money, but yeah, you can pretty much leave it there as long as you want. Now, some interesting stats that I pulled from the wiki, which kind of made me, I don't want to say cringe, but I did feel a little pain when I read through this. If you were to do this course from 90 to 99, it's about 9,695 laps, which if you were doing it at the max efficiency, would take about 123 hours. That is a lot of time spent on this one course just clicking those little boxes. But somehow I got through it, and I think I ended up watching a lot of Netflix shows during that time. And unfortunately, I didn't get a pet. If there was a skilling pet that I really wanted, it was this one, because as far as post 99 training goes, I don't really enjoy doing agility training past 99, so I would have liked to get that one over the runecrafting pet that I got 2 of. And apparently the chance of getting a pet here from 90 to 99 is only a 26% chance, so not very high. So hopefully one of these days I'll get it whenever I decide to train agility, but as it stands now, I don't really enjoy this skill very much, so if anything, I'll probably do it at the Hallowed Sepulchre while going for some collection log stuff. I haven't gone back since that video I made when it first came out, but I'll definitely try it out in the future. It's definitely more engaging than this rooftop course, but I mean, this rooftop course is very chill and you still get pretty decent XP rates. And here I am picking up the stack of 23 Marks of Grace that we got. I picked it up here because I knew that I wouldn't have time for another lap. So as you see here, we did about 78 laps in this 1 hour, which I think is pretty good. We can now go ahead and check to see how much money we made from these 23 Marks of Grace. So luckily with RuneLight, we can just click on examine and it'll give us an estimation of what the price is according to, I think, GE values. So here it values each Mark of Grace at 9,690 coins each. And if you're not aware of how we're going to turn this into money, we're going to go to Birthorpe and go to the Rogue's Den to go talk to Grace. Grace is also the NPC that gives you the Graceful outfit after you achieve your Marks of Grace at, I believe, Canifis. Well, I mean, you could get it anywhere else, but that's where I finished my Graceful set at. And here you can see she sells the Amylase packs for 10 Marks of Grace each. And in each of these packs, there are 100 Amylase crystals. And unfortunately, we won't be able to spend all of our Marks of Grace that we earned, but I will calculate how much we made based off of how much they sell for in the GE. Unfortunately though, Amylase crystals aren't at a very good price right now. They are decreasing in value. So I did a price check to see what the best value I could get was, and it was around 909 coins, but if you are more patient than me, you could probably leave them in overnight for a little bit more and get some extra money. Or you could just wait till the Amylase crystals go back up in price again, if they ever do. And it took about 30 minutes for them to sell. We got around 181,000 coins, and I will factor that in to the total amount of money that we would have made if we could have spent all of our Marks of Grace. Now, if you haven't noticed already, I'm sure there was parts of videos that I've made before where you could see my bank, and you might have noticed that the Marks of Grace that I had has gone down significantly. Before I had like over 3,000 in there, and I had no plan on spending them. But back when Hallowed Sepulchre came out, they were at an all-time high, and I decided to finally sell them since I wasn't really interested in buying any of the recolors. So I made sure just to leave enough for another Graceful set for the Black Graceful, and the rest I ended up selling for a pretty big profit. So you might want to wait till the price of Amylase crystals gets back up to around here, or at least a little bit higher than what it is right now before attempting this moneymaker. Or actually just hold on to your Marks of Grace until it goes up. So after seeing how much money we got for each Amylase crystal, if we were able to use all of our Marks of Grace, it would have equaled around 209,000 and 70 GP after 1 hour of Ardougne agility. And now keep in mind that this is with 99 agility, so we weren't failing any of the obstacles. Now again, it's nothing crazy in terms of GP, but I mean you are training agility at the same time, and if you're getting some money for it, that's pretty nice. And here's a look at the amount of XP that we got after the 1 hour. I just want to say thanks for checking out the video, and if you enjoyed it, please consider giving it a thumbs up and possibly even a subscription. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next episode.